Hello again, welcome back to Iran Travel Guide.
Yes, we're here in the beautiful green city of Ramsar, which is on the southern coast of the Caspian Sea.
Iran is very famous for all his history sites, for all the culture, food and all of these things.
Absolutely.
But I am here to prove my husband and to prove it to you if you don't know that Iran is not only the history. We are here in the city of Ramsar. We are in a complex called the Ramsar
Green City.
Green City.
It's a resort down here along the coast with beautiful beaches, but we're just on our way down on a cable car to back down towards sea level. And as you can see from some of these shots, just how green it is and how beautiful it is. We've got rice fields around here, we've got buildings, we've got flats, we've got a football game going on just down here.
Yeah, and we have the door open for you to have a close look at the city. You can see how beautiful is the city. I am surprised actually. I'm from Iran, but I'm still surprised.
Green, it's beautiful, it's lush vegetation.
Different environment, exactly.
Also, when we're talking about those famous sites and famous historical ones, we often think of them in a kind of deserty or arid background, which is true, and there is that kind of beauty and majesty to that landscape. But here on the shore of the Caspian, it's much more like an alpine landscape, like European forests, with their own character, of course, but a really different environment.
Guess where this place reminds me of?
Georgia,
Tbilisi, yeah.
Very green mountains hanging over the city, absolutely. But no sea there.
No sea there. It's wonderful here.
No, it's lovely. If we could only see far enough, we would see all the way to Russia and Turkmenistan and Azerbaijan.
And you know, for me, it's like traveling. It's not just seeing. For me, the peace you get here, for me, is the most important thing.
Yeah,
it's just the sound of the nature. It's wonderful. It's
so quiet and peaceful, and we hear the bird song all around us here, and you can feel the air temperature change as we're going down or going up.
I've heard there is a difference of 10 degrees from down to top. It's 700 meters.
700 meters elevation. So we start at sea level and we travel up 700 meters. As we look down, we can see that there's a go-karting track with some people on it at the moment.
That is the complex I was talking about. You can see now.
This is Ramsar Green City. We're coming down. You can see some of the amusements. It's one of the biggest fairgrounds in Iran here. And
you can see that. Oh, we should go try some of it.
We're definitely going to.
And the karting piece, you can see, it's there.
Yep. And there's paintballing. Zip line.
Zip line.
As well as all the walks in the woods here for nature lovers too.
And restaurants, cafe shops, and the market. There's a market also. You can buy whatever you want. You can like souvenirs from Iran, clothing, everything you can.
I mean, there's everything here that you'd find in any resort worldwide, but with this added attraction of the fact that there's jungle, mountains, and sea all meeting in one place here, which gives it a really special ecosystem. In fact, there are some huge variety of birds here, of land animals as well.
Like
these woods have bears in them.
Bears, not here specifically, but
you're not going to get
don't look for a bear. There's no bear here, but yes, there are brown bears here in these woods, and different types of cats, wild cats,
wild boars,
deers,
absolutely.
And tigers used to live in these areas, but they've been like took to areas where they can protect them now.
Yes, they're in the conservation areas, the tigers that were here.
So
as you come
peaceful.
down, you smell the sea coming back up, feel the humidity in the air going up a little bit, and hello again and welcome here to the Shah Cherar complex. This is one of the holiest sites in Shiraz and is the resting place of someone very special.
Yes, as Stu said, this is one of the most important places, not only in the city of Shiraz, but also in the country. As you know, Iran is an Islamic country, and this place is the resting place and the tomb of two very important Shia leaders. The people who are resting here are the brothers of Imam Reza, the 8th Imam of Shia, who his shrine also is in Mashhad, the city of Mashhad in the country. And that is the reason that this place is very well respected by the people and by the country.
Mm-hmm. You can see just by the decor how much effort has gone into creating a respectful resting place for these very important people. They're very important for Islam, as we've said, and you can see in the details just how important they are. If we look at the mirror work that's going on behind us, this is just a small fragment of it. The mirror work continues all the way up across the ceiling behind us and comes down. There are holy inscriptions, verses from the Quran and other holy texts here. There are beautiful carpets underfoot. There is silver gilt partition behind us and around the shrine, which we'll show you.
And there are people who are here, who come here every day for praying and for visiting this beautiful place to ask for their questions and for whatever they want. They come here to pray. And as he said, respect is a very important thing in this place. You can see what I am wearing, which is called chador, is a symbol of respect. So I wear these as a respect to this place. At the beginning, when you enter to this place, they're going to give you one of these chadors to wear it as a respect to the place and to the people here.
And as you look around, you can see the devotion, both on people's faces and in their attitudes and their postures. You see many people praying, some just silently meditating, others prostrated on the floor, all in their own way, paying their respects to these two great people who lie here.
Yes, and we're going to take you now to the details of this place. We're going to take you and show you around this beautiful place. You're going to see all these beautiful mirror works. So please be with us and enjoy this beautiful.
Out here into the main courtyard of the Chenaran complex, and we can hear a voice giving some chants here, but this isn't the normal azan, is it? This is not namaz people are performing, this is something different.
This is the greeting ceremony. As you can see, everyone is standing up and greeting the shrine.
Okay, so to greet the soul, for instance,
and as a sign of respect, they all stand on feet.
So much has gone into creating a place like this, from the courtyards to the buildings themselves, you know, inside and outside. It's just this world devoted to one purpose. You know, it's not, there's no mixing of things here. There's a huge purity here, which is fascinating to look at. Like a lot of places, the faces of the people tell the story.
You know, when you're here, it doesn't matter who you are. What's your job? What is your like position? Are you rich? Are you poor?
No, I mean,
you have to follow the same thing. You have to be the same person.
Islam, like many other religions, says that all men and women are equal under God, and that's the truth of that is very clear. Hello and welcome back to Iran Travel Guide. We're here with another episode coming to you from the city of Mashhad in the northeastern corner of the country.
Mashhad is the second most populous city in the country of Iran in terms of the tourist destination.
Yes, there are 20 million people who come to visit every year. That's domestic and foreign tourists combined. But altogether it means there's a great infrastructure for tourists who want to come here and enjoy whatever this city has to offer.
But what we want to talk to you about today is about modernity. Modernity in Iran, for me as a traveler, it's not really something that I want to see in the world, but maybe as a traveler for you, you are interested to know about if Iran is a modern country or not.
Yes, Iran has a great ancient history. It goes back several thousand years to the Persian Empire and before that. However, it's not just stuck in the past. There's plenty to see and do for a modern audience. That includes Tehran, the capital, where they have cinemas, places to eat, drink, shopping malls, as well as entertainment complexes. But it's also true in other cities like Mashhad.
And as an evidence, now we are here standing right in front of one of the biggest complex or shopping malls in the city of Mashhad. So we're going to take you there, have a look around, see if we can buy something from there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be looking at the shopping, see what there is on offer, some local specialities, as well as some things like handicraft as well, things you can find in bazaars, as well as the high street labels that you'd like to look at as well.
So let's go?
Yeah, absolutely.
So be with us and follow us. Hello and welcome back with Iran Travel Guide. We are here today with you from the city of Mashhad in northeast of Iran.
Yes, Mashhad is famous for many reasons, but the most famous for the shrine of Imam Reza.
And this shrine is Imam Reza, who is the 8th Imam of Shia, who is very respected by all the Muslims, not only Shias and of course Sunnis. So because of that, there are lots of tourists coming from different countries and from different cities of Iran to this city.
Yes, Mashhad has an estimated 20 million tourists a year, which is huge for a city of its size. They come here to do pilgrimage for religious reasons, but also to enjoy the other activities on offer around.
Are really developed and there are lots of different things that you can do. One of them that maybe you're interested is the different complex for shopping malls, some shopping malls or different places for shopping or bazaars that you can go and enjoy.
This bazaar we're standing in now is called the Diamond of the East. Mashhad, because of its location and because of the tourists that come here, has one of the best ranges of goods available at some of the cheapest prices you'll find in the Middle East.
And one of the most important souvenirs that you can buy from this city is saffron. Saffron, of course, Iran saffron is very famous, but in Iran, Mashhad saffron is the best.
Yes, saffron goes into so many Iranian dishes. It gives the flavor, but not just the flavor, the color of a lot of the food here. The rice you see, the yellow rice, that's always saffron that's making that. Saffron is the most expensive commodity in the world, the edible commodity, by weight. But here you can get it cheaper and better than other places.
I'm sure you know what saffron is, and I'm sure you've tried Iranian saffron before because it's the best.
Yes, absolutely. So we've been looking around here, we've been looking at some of the bargains on offer, and we're going to have a look around for some more. We've got a lovely water fountain here behind us, which whenever it's on, attracts the crowds who are here to watch it. So hope you can get a good look at that. We're going to go and have a look around now, so come with us as we go around Mashhad.
Stay tuned, come with us. Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
we're here in the Carpet Museum of Mashhad, and we're talking to a tourist we met from Italy, Luca. So hello and welcome.
Benvenuta in Iran.
Grazie mille.
So can you tell us a little bit about Iran as a whole? What's your impression of it?
Oh, that's quite a question. I don't know, I was really surprised because when we landed in Tehran, I think that the thing that struck me at first is how green Tehran was. Because, I don't know, coming from Europe, you would think, you know, Iran is almost desert, it's, you know, dusty, it's warm. And there you had basically trees everywhere, a lot of gardens, and incredibly well kept. So, you know, it looks, I don't know, much better than any European garden, I'd say, in general. A lot of green around. So that was the first striking feature. But I think we found it very, very welcoming. I think actually me and my dad, I'm here with my dad, and I guess we could look slightly Persian, so we don't attract as much attention as other tourists. But that's almost bad. Normally you want to kind of blend in with the locals, while here you actually want to stand out. Because we have seen, we met other tourists and we talked to them, and you know, if you are very clearly a tourist, people would come to you, they would try to help you, they would ask you. The most common question is, where are you from? And what do you think of Iran? And then the next question is, do you want to come to my house for a tea? So, I mean, incredibly welcoming. It was a pleasure traveling. We've been kind of going throughout many different cities very quickly, but it has always been incredibly beautiful.
What was the initial reason that you came here? Was the history or nature or just curiosity?
A little bit of curiosity, because I think that, you know, from a Western perspective, you always hear a lot about Iran, but not many people have actually been there. So you're like, okay, how first-hand are this information? So you want to double check. Then my dad, he studied history, so also ancient history. So obviously, I mean, Iran was the cradle of, you know, civilization together with, you know, Iraq and Greece and Egypt. So, so that was a big factor. And yeah, I just wanted to travel with my dad, do a first trip, just the two of us, and it seemed like the perfect place.
Great. And where's been your favorite place so far that you visited?
It's tricky. I think, I don't know, Isfahan for the square, Quchan for the houses, Bam for the citadel, which is truly amazing. Even though they're rebuilding it, it's not complete, but it's already like, you know, much better than what it was a few years ago. So, well, Shiraz is a very liberal city. We perceived it was, you know, very open. So also, it's hard to pick really. So
And what about Mashhad itself? What's your impression of Mashhad?
Well, Mashhad, we just arrived yesterday night with a flight at 11, so that's why it was not yet in the list, because we, you know, we haven't fully discovered it. But I mean, the complex here, the sanctuary, the shrine it's incredible. I mean, it's just so big, and so many people that are so devout and you know, with so much passion and energy, and rather than excluding you, they bring you in and they try to make you understand why they're so close to their religion. So it's quite beautiful, powerful.
Another question I have for Iranian, always like Italian, where they always think that Italian are very close to Iranian in terms of culture.
I mean, look at me.
not only the look, but like they always say, like in terms
they
of
understand
the culture,
each other,
understanding their hospitality. It's
both very warm cultures.
Do you feel the same here, or you think it's just
I've been living 4 years in the UK, and I love London as a great city, but I certainly feel that there are more commonality between Italy and Iran than Italy and the UK.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, certainly. I mean, from you know, the warm welcome, I think here is much warmer than in Italy, but you know, the importance of family and so on and so forth, I think, yeah, certainly there are similarities, besides just the look. Let's put it this way.
Apart from the look,
Great, well, thank you very much for talking to us today. If you could just give, if you're going to give to the audience here, what would you say, one sentence about Iran to them? What would you want to say to people watching back home?
Well, come to Iran because, you know, you have to discover it to really see its potential, its beauty. Come for the mosque, come for the art, come for Persepolis, and come for history and life. I don't know, well, it was not just a sentence, but...
Not only history, there's beautiful nature here.
Next trip,
next
we'll
next
go
time.
to the north.
You're going to come back then, yeah?
No, definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your trip here, and it's been really nice talking to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.